Good morning. Hi, Kakarot. Hi, Sarah. Is Kay dead? No, I'm not. I was just taking care of some behind the scenes stuff, last minute stuff. Kay's not dead, and I am not dead. Hi, Thomas. Hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing today? Happy Monday. Sorry if I left you guys waiting for a little bit. I was just taking care of some stuff behind the scenes, some last minute stuff. But yeah. Good morning. Happy Monday. Okay, you're alive. Yes, I am alive. It's good to see you, Sarah. I am okay, y'all. I just needed to take care. Ooh, I got hiccups. I just needed to take care of some stuff. Excuse me. I'm trying to get rid of my hiccups. Ah, okay. Swallow some air for a bit there. Whew. Yep, there we go. Reset my diaphragm. Anyway. Good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Happy Monday. How are you doing today? I'm good. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Can't complain. Can't complain. A little tired, a little eepy. Okay, so a little bit of a confession. I usually set myself alarms and timers so that way I'm not like falling behind on setting up stream. So I woke up very early today and I was like, huh, I got 20 minutes. I'm gonna take a nap. I usually start like 10 minutes before my normal stream time to try to set everything up. But I was like, I'm gonna take a little nap. So I was like, okay. So I ended up taking a quick little cat nap. A tiny little cat nap in order to refresh myself because I was eepy this morning. Yeah, I was like, it has been 5 minutes. I can't get a cat nap while streaming. Was that one grass cutting neighbor? That old fart? Nah. He's like 70 years old. He ain't gonna do nothing to me. So how y'all doing? I'm doing well. I was a little tired. Today's a bit of a tired day. A little bit of an eepy day. I took a quick little cat nap before I started just to refresh myself because I woke up like 7:30 today. And to preface, I start my streams at I try to start my streams at like 10 o'clock in the morning. So I woke up at 7:30. I was like, okay, I can't sleep anymore. So I woke up, had breakfast, and then I was like, it's 9, like 9, and it's like 9:15. I'm gonna take a little nap. I don't have to get started till about 9:50 to start setting everything up. So I was like, I'm gonna take a nap. And nap I did. I just kind of curled up back into bed. My bed is all warm because the sun is streaming through and it's like illuminating literally like 80% of my room. So I was nice and warm and cozy because it's been cold. And yeah, I took a nice little nap. And now I'm awake and I kind of wish I could go back to taking a nap. But maybe later. I got things to do today, so I was just doing some last minute cleanup because of course my cats decided to make a mess just before I have to do literally anything. So yeah. Quick notice, as you can see on the top corner, our goal bar has been set once again for another 100 lovely Floofles, as we have already reached 200 lovely Floofles, and I will announce this karaoke in a minute. Just give me a second. Our next goal is going to be another 100 lovely Floofles. I think I'm going to set every increment, every goal in an increment of 100, so that way we have plenty of time to, you know, come on up. Announce. Yes, announce. Hi, Cal. Good morning. Good morning. So how y'all doing? I'm doing good. I've had the rain earlier today. Now it's icy on the roads. Oh yes, it was snowing over the weekend and cold, super cold. Oh man, it had been super cold. The lowest of being like -12°C. I think I did that conversion right. -12°C. But it's been very cold on my end of the world. -6 to -12°C. It's been very cold this whole weekend. It's warming up now, so by this time it'll be a lot warmer. I mean, by the end of the week it'll be a lot warmer, but it's gonna also rain a lot, so you know, not exactly the funnest. But yes, so we're gonna be climbing once again to another 100 goal count. I'm excited, but we're gonna still celebrate. Next Wednesday, I believe, I will be doing the karaoke stream. Yes, next Wednesday, as I already had this week. I already had this week planned out, like a week and some ago, because I always like to plan a bit ahead. But yes, next Wednesday will be the karaoke stream. I'm very excited. So this week we're going to go through the schedule, and next week we're going to do the karaoke stream. Very exciting, very exciting. It's 7C here somehow. Ooh. Wait, for real? The winters here are mild, but not usually that mild. Yeah, the winters in my part of the world is usually fairly mild. Like, it gets cold, but never really super chilly. It's usually when it's like January-ish that it really starts getting cold, and then it kind of warms back up, and then gets cold again and warms back up. Like, the weather doesn't really stabilize until like well into spring, almost summer. And then it starts getting hot and uncomfortable. And that heat just stays consistent until maybe October. And then they start getting cold again. Ugh, gross. Damn global warming making all the seasons all funky. It's like -5 yesterday. Ugh, cold. Today it's on the plus side on the degree here. Not good since it's been snowing and negative degrees. Yeah. I mean, the warmer it gets, the more like the snow and ice may melt, you know, but then it gets cold and it ices back up again. It's a pain. I totally get it. I totally get it. So yeah, next week will be the karaoke stream. I know you guys are looking forward to it. Like I said, I tend to plan my weeks up in advance, so I moved some stuff around for next week. So yeah, we got the karaoke stream on next Wednesday. Unusual time at 10. That'll be the unarchived stream, so if you miss it, you miss it, so try not to miss it. And then that'll be for the first hour, and then the next hour would be a regular kind of after party stream, which won't be archived, so we can actually hang out and talk and chill and just have a good time. But yeah, it's like a, what's that say? It's almost like a drowning man watching the man who got stranded on an island. Oof. It's like, which one would you rather be? It's like, yeah, I feel that. It's like, which one would you rather be at that point? No, so I'm excited. So this week, we're gonna do story time tomorrow. We're gonna finish that book. We're gonna finish Black Pearls of Fairy Strand, because we didn't get the chance to do it last week, because we got a little chatty, which is fine. I love chatting with you guys. I wasn't upset, but I do want to finish that book, so. So, this week we'll be finishing Black Pearls of Fairy Strand. We're going to read the last 3 stories. Wednesday, I most likely will be streaming with Cal, but Cal, are we going to be streaming on Wednesday on your channel? Probably, most likely. Are we going to continue Cult of the Lamb, or are we going to do Ghost Trick? I don't know. That's up to you, though. So, possibly a stream with Cal on Wednesday. Not sure. I gotta see what the schedule looks like. Don't know, maybe. Probably, maybe. If not, then there's no stream on Wednesday. Probably, maybe. I'll solidify it more tomorrow, if anything. We'll talk about it later, buddy. Let's see. Thursday will be more of Mori. We definitely gotta get through Mori. I'm excited to finish. The Code of Lamb or Ghost Trick? Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I'm good with either. You know me, I'm good with either. I like both games, so I'm good with either. And then Friday, on Friday, Cal, are we doing Deponia this Friday? Are we? I hope so. I would love to continue doing Deponia. I would love to continue finishing up Deponia. We have been stretching that bad boy out. It's the last game and we've been kind of stretching it out, and then, you know, scheduling gets weird and stuff, so hopefully we'll get to finish that up. Some more Deponia shenaniganery. And that's what the week's gonna look like. That's what the week's gonna look like this week. It's very simple, basic bitch. But yeah. So how are your guys' weekend? My weekend was fairly chill. I didn't do too many bad decisions this past weekend. As you know, I have my weekend of bad decisions. I didn't do too many bad decisions, but this weekend felt a lot more chill. A lot more relaxed. A lot more like just vibing, because it's been so cold that I mostly just wanted to just relax and like be cozy in bed and stuff like that. So ended up just kind of doing exactly that, just being cozy and comfortable most of the weekend. Friday was pretty good. Got to hang out and just chill and vibe and relax with my friends. Thursday, we were going to play more D&D, but one of my friends got called into work last minute, so we couldn't make it, which was kind of lame. I wish we were told sooner, but we got there, and then we like setting up, and then my friend's like, oh, I had to go into work last minute. I was like, oh, fudge. It'd be like that sometimes though, so that's just life. And so I ended up just spending time with my friends, goofing off, talking shit. We did more bad decisions on that Saturday, but because it's just like, what the hell, we're all here together. Well, most of us are just here together, so we ended up just hanging out. I did some crocheting. I'm making a cute little Renaissance fair kind of bodice top for myself. Kind of testing out a pattern that I'm working on a little bit. Seeing if I can refine it. I'm really excited. I used a really lightweight yarn, so I could wear it like any time of the year, winter, spring, maybe not summer, because it is yarn and yarn still gets worn. But it's a very thin cotton yarn, very light, very flexible. So, you know, I don't know, maybe I'll wear it for the summer. I don't know. I mean, I did get this yarn to wear in warmer weather, but I don't know. And yeah, so that's basically been my weekend. I'm still crocheting now, so if my eyes close at any point in time, just know that I'm looking down at my work. Or my eye tracking got funky. It always gets a little funky. But yeah. Let's see, mine too, although I did eat one day expired bread by accident. As long as it doesn't have mold, I think you should be fine. No. You're worse off eating moldy bread than day-old bread. What you can do with day-old bread, like day-old sliced bread, you could put it on an oven, on a dryer. You can put it in your oven. You put it on like a baking sheet. Oh no, like you can put it on a baking sheet whole, or you can like. Yeah, don't eat moldy bread. That's super bad for you. But I said don't eat moldy bread. You don't want to eat moldy bread. I said day-old bread is fine, not moldy bread. Don't eat moldy bread. You got a horrible infection from it. Yeah, like don't eat moldy bread. I said if it's moldy, don't eat it. But like, if it's like a day old and it's fine, you can make like croutons or breadcrumbs with it by just like baking it in the oven until it dries. You know, if you want to make breadcrumbs, you just crush it up after you bake it until it's nice and crumbly, dusty breadcrumbs. Or you cut them up into cubes before you bake it, and then you have croutons, so you can have it with like salads or whatever. It's a great way to reuse old bread. It really is a great way to reuse old bread, so that way, one, it doesn't get moldy and it goes to waste, and two, it helps you stock up your pantry a little bit for some stuff that you may not have or may run low on. My grandmother used to do that. Whenever we had old bread, instead of like throwing it away before it got moldy, she would take it, she would like set it out for, like she'll set it out for a day in the kitchen, like on a rack to dry, and then she would take it and bake it in the oven on a nice low heat, so that it's not so it doesn't get toasty, but nice and dry, like a nice like 250 F. I don't know what the conversion in Celsius is. I can't do it that high. I'm getting better at my conversions, but not that great. And then just bake it until it's nice and dry and crumbly and crunchy. You know. Burnt bread is not okay to eat. You do not want all that carbon in your system. You don't want that carbon in your system. Those carcinogens are not good. Let's see. I eat expired bread as long as it's not moldy. Exactly. As long as it's not moldy, you should be fine. From the moldy, dusty cheesecake ribbons I ate at Regan's garage plate, as well as seasonal allergies all combined, I was ungodly sick for 5 months. Oh god. Yeah, don't eat moldy bread. Burnt bread is not okay. If it's black, don't eat it, because that's carbon, and carbon is not good for you in that high amount of doses. It's really not good. Like, you know, not good. It has all these carcinogens that can make you very sick in the long term. We call that crispy dough in Australia. It's a delicacy. They sell it down Coles in the deli. I mean, I guess if it's like crispy, not burnt, like if it's like a nice dark color but not like charcoal black burnt, it should be fine. Well, you can scrape the burnt part off. It's so good. Yeah, I do that. Sometimes I overestimate the power of my toaster oven, because I have a toaster oven instead of a regular toaster, and it gets a little crispy, a little burnt around the edges. So I just scrape that off with a bit of with the side of a knife, and there you go. I don't like wasting food. So unless it's burnt to the point of inedible, I'm not gonna like waste it. I'm gonna try to salvage it the best I can. Nah, it's black bits of brown in places, but a lot of like it's crispy. It's cancer causing. That sounds like a cancer causing carcinogen toast right there. It's so. I never waste food. Yeah, I don't like wasting food if I can help it. I don't. I try to use everything I can to the best of my ability. Like if I got like a rotisserie chicken from the supermarket, my ass is going to save the bones and scrap to try to make like a stock or a chicken stock. Like eggshells, I tend to crush them up for my plants. Coffee grounds, I use them for my plants too. Like, I try not to waste stuff. I don't like wasting anything. I try to live a pretty low waste life. Hi Booby. You saying hi to everybody? You coming to sit with me? You didn't get to sit with me at all last week. He really didn't. He got hi buddy. Oh my baby boy. Mwah. He decided to sit in front of me now. You're stuck, Boo Boo. You need a nail trimming. I need to trim his nails later. He hates it. Hi, buddy. I've missed you. He had not sat with me at all last week, and I guess it's because he was just tired and cold, and he just didn't feel up to it. Hi, Sniper. Hello, hello. Hey, stop. Of course you come for the yarn. You never just come for me. I'm crocheting right now. He's just, stop. I don't want you eating this yarn. It's too thin. It's too thin. No. Thank you. I'll take that. Alright, that's what you get. Hi, Poopy. Hi, baby. Yeah, so now he's sitting with me again. I think he was mad at me last week. I had to yell at him. I put him on timeout. I had to put him in timeout early last week because he was being a bad boy. Knocking things down, trying to get my attention in the middle of the night. Because I'm changing his diet. Because I would usually feed him every like 6 hours. So that, because very little amounts of food. Like I can make a can of cat food last for about a whole day. Because I got like one of those big full-size cans, not the little tiny ones. Like I get the Friskies brand cat food for them. And Mr. Man has become such a glutton that now that I put him on the diet so he doesn't get chunky, he yells at me at 2 o'clock in the morning for nighttime feeding. I'm like, no, buddy, we have to stop the nighttime feedings. We gotta stop the nighttime feedings because, you know, you're getting chunky and your vet's gonna yell at me and I don't want you to get sick because you're getting chunky. So, he's already a big cat. I don't want him to get fat either. But one time I threw out something I cooked and that's when I stir fry and heat up veggie doughs, cut up in the air fryer and accidentally poured a month of air fryer grease into the rice. Ugh! So I had to toss it. Ugh, gross. Yellow! Hi, Sniper. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. So I tossed it. That would have killed me. That would have been very bad. You want to drink poor tea but I can't because of poverty. I feel that. Poor tea can be a little expensive. And it's a Sniper and amazing man of us taught me how to make a nicotine tobacco tea because I did a side quest for him. You told me about that before, Cal. That wasn't it. We'll have to tell that story again at some point. Not now, but definitely on like Friday if we do Deponia. Okay, did I get the joke? I did not. I did not get the joke. What joke? It's early in the morning, y'all. I'm very tired. My brain is working at half capacity as it usually does when it's early in the morning and I didn't get enough sleep. Because of course I didn't. But yeah, last week Mr. Man was being a bit of a brat. Why is your butt so dirty? What were you rolling in? Where's your brush? I need your brush. I have your brush. Where's your brush? There it is. I'm gonna brush the boy. Get all that dust off of him. How are you, Dusty? How are you, Dusty? But there you go, get some of that. You got dandruff? Do you have dandruff, sir? Are you getting dandruff? I'm gonna have to put a little bit of olive oil on your food. Either that or you rolled in something dusty. Oh gosh. Pwah! He smacked me with his tail. But yeah, he was being a naughty boy, trying to knock down my candles and stuff. I leave him on my bookshelf. The only way he can get to my bookshelf is if he jumps on my table and tries to climb on the bookshelf. Which I don't let him do in the middle of the night. I don't mind if he sits here while I'm here, but not in the middle of the night while I'm asleep. So, and that's how he likes to wake me up, which is bad. I tell him no, and I get the spray bottle, but he was being extra bratty. So I ended up locking him out of the room, which he hates because he likes to sleep with me at night. And if he doesn't sleep with me at night, he gets all nervous and anxious, which I hate because he's a little bit of a clingy boy. And I hate having to do that to him, but it was his punishment because he wouldn't behave himself since I don't believe in hitting my cats. Oh god. Oh my gosh. Okay. Because, some people are like, just smack your cat. I'm like, I'm not gonna smack my cat. How dare? He's a living being with thoughts and feelings, and he can feel pain just like any other animal. I'm not gonna hit him. Maybe a little pat. Oh, you're asleep. You're sitting on my mouse, boo-boo. You're sitting on the mouse. Oh. Heck. Okay. Gotta use you as a mouse pet, buddy. You're sitting on my keyboard. Well, I guess I have a chair. I guess my chair spawned. Okay. Okay, I guess my chair spawned. That's fine. My chair can sit there. He's deciding to lay on literally everything on my table. Keyboard, mouse, all of it. while I give him a good brushing. Alright, buddy. You good? Okay. Do a lot of side quests? Yes, you do. You always have a story about some kind of side quest. My favorite side quest was when I got $100 from a guy because I made sure when we crossed the road no one died. Nice! That's like the easiest side quest. You dusty boy. You're a dusty boy. Dusty. Let's see. It's because when I was scrolling through shorts on the weekend, I got into an existential crisis before sleeping. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I try to take great care not to go into some existential crisis or philosophical thought before bed, because then I won't be able to sleep because it keeps me up at night just thinking about it. Literally. You dusty. I gotta brush you. Stop trying to fight me. I fear women. They smell my fear. Listen, women can be scary sometimes, yo. I read and hear horror stories. Woof. Be like, this is why I'm kind of forever alone. Man, woman, they, them, trans or cis, I just, people scary. People can be scary. That's why I'd be like, I'm gonna stay forever alone. At least I can know what to expect from myself. you know what I mean? At least I know what to expect from myself. I don't know. Oh, I can't say that, because sometimes I do things that even keeps myself on my toes. So, I don't know. Oh my god, sir, are you shedding again? You are such a sheddy boy. You shed a lot. You get so handsome. Oh my goodness, such a handsome boy. I love old Japanese horror stories. Old Japanese horror stories are so good. Like, I don't know, Japanese horror, it's a very special brand of horror. It can be very subtly scary or very in-your-face scary. A lot of it's also like based on like folklore and stuff too, so it's very fascinating whenever I listen to like or see like Japanese horror games, like Chilla's art games. Lately they've been set in like a more of a realm of reality, but like cause their older games, Chilla's Art's older games had a lot of like references to like folklore and urban legend stuff. But a lot of the newer games are kind of more set in like the reality of the world, like the real life horrors. So I don't know, it's fascinating, I think. They're always like, yeah, if you don't wash your asshole, yeah, there's a Japanese toilet demon that's just a giant head that spawns into your like your bathroom, and it comes closer and closer to you until you finish using the bathroom just to kiss your knees. It's fucking weird. And there's also another one that's literally a giant foot that just comes into your house and demands to be cleaned and pedicured. I don't know. I remember that one specifically, but I don't remember how you combat that. I think you just have to wash its toes and please it until it's, satisfied, and then it leaves you alone. What? I gotta get your belly, sir. I know you don't like getting your belly brushed, but you need to have your belly brushed because you have a lot of hair there. He's like, most cats don't like their belly rubbed. Beans likes having her belly rubbed. This boy, he does not. He gets aggressive with a belly rub. Like, bitey, scratchy. It doesn't hurt me, but he does try. Tell him not to hurt your mama, because you don't want to hurt his mama. Why is your nose crusty? Did you get yourself into your litter box again, dirty boy? Oh yeah, I'm publicly shaming my cat right now because he had this habit as a kitten that he liked to roll around his litter box. He stopped doing that, but he recently picked back up that habit, and I don't know if it's a habit of stress. So I'm trying to stop him from doing so. Give him a little more attention. I've been giving him he gets a lot of attention, but I think he just needs more attention. Ooh, you're staticky. Yeah, definitely gonna have to put some olive oil in your food because you are flaking, dear sir. Your skin's dry. I don't blame that. Like, cats get dry skin too. I'm gonna have to put some olive oil in the food to help combat that. Give him a little wipe down. Probably get some like something for cat hair to make his skin like moisturized. I'll have to do that at some point. I gotta get the other side of you, sir. Don't walk away. I only got one side of your chunky body. Oh, you're so handsome. You're so handsome. You gotta show Creator how handsome you are when he gets back. Give him a nice brushing. I don't give my cats baths. Some people bathe their cats. I can't, in good consciousness, do that. Both my cats really hate water, like being wet. So I just give them a good brushing. I give them wipe downs. I have like those pet wipes that help keep them clean. And they do a good job grooming themselves. Booby is a great groomer. Like, he cleans himself up really well all the time. He's always like cleaning himself because he's just a neat freak that way. He's just a neat freak that way. So, get the. Oh, wait, no, you still have a hairball on your butt, sir! Oh gosh. Well, he has a hairball on his butt now. Booby's a neat freak. He likes to keep himself cleaned. He grooms himself all the time. He's always keeping. He has hairball issues because he's always cleaning himself. But I give him, hairball control food specifically for his hairballs because he cleans himself a lot. Okay, now that he's no longer sitting on my keyboard, I can just. There we go. The cat craves my attention. Yeah, he's just a needy boy. He loves his mama. Both my cats are neat. Both my cats crave my attention because Beans, she's a funny girl. She's very particular where she likes to be pet, but I'm not talking about like bodily location. I'm talking like location of where she wants her pettings. So she'll go to. So if it's not in my room on my bed or by the windowsill near my plants, it'll be in the kitchen on top of on top of my like dish cabinet, or where I can reach her just barely. Or in some obscure place where I can't reach her. She's a very funny girl that way. Wait, giant feet? Yeah, it's a giant foot, not even a feet. It's just 1 foot. I broke the dinner plates again, and my GF just looked at it for a second and looked at me and said, "You know you broke this, don't lie to me." Yeah. No, we don't need to cancel Booby. That's a bad joke, Wasabi. But also, hi, Wasabi. I call him a great groomer. Yeah, because he cleans himself. You know, grooming doesn't mean the bad thing that people associate it with. Grooming actually means to clean and prepare yourself. It is not that bad word. Not the bad meaning of the word groomer, okay? You know, we can't keep doing this to words like this. We can't keep putting negative connotations on otherwise harmless words. Also, what a bummer, man. Apparently we can't summon the foot monster. I don't want to summon the foot monster. I do not want to have a giant ass foot in my house. I don't want to have a giant ass foot in my house. That's where I crossed the line. Like, no. I don't know if they're trying to cover up, but Booby's a good boy. What the hell are you talking about? Wasabi, you know Booby's a good boy. He's just needy and wants my attention at all times. Like 80% of the time he just wants my attention. You know, he's a mama's boy. Let him be. Okay? He's a good boy. You know, he's a good boy. Well, at the end of the day, you know, he's just a cat, you know? Oh, there's a giant foot monster in a Nuremberg Chronicle. Oh, interesting. But yeah, and lately, Beans has been very attention hungry. There'll be times where I'll be sitting here playing a game or just doing my thing, and she'll crawl up on the table and just plop herself down and be like, "Pet me." And she's so cute with it because she just preens and turns around and she does the cute cat thing. Yeah. He says the one who says Booby was a bad boy. He's not a bad cat. You know, you get those demon cats out there that really don't give a fuck and just are just really like little monsters. You know, that's the kind of behavior that people who hate cats thinks all cats act like. Yeah, Booby's not that. He has his naughty moments, his bad habits, but he's not a bad cat, you know? He's not a bad cat. He listens most of the time. Beans is especially good, though. She listens. She's the smarter one. She listens. But Booby, yeah, he has his moments. He's not a bad cat. He's just he's a dumb cat. He only knows how to do the things that piss me off to get attention. But he does it because he wants attention, not because he's doing it out of malice, you know? There are some cats, I've met cats that are malicious. Not creators, it was one of the Slab assistants that stayed with us for a while. She had a cat, and that cat only loved her and hated everyone else. That cat was an asshole. Like, that cat was a genuine, bona fide, certified asshole. And, well, he didn't do anything bad. He was just aggressive towards anyone who wasn't his mama. His mama. So, anytime I came up to pet him or he sit in the same vicinity, he would like look at me, hiss, and then just walk away. I'm like, yeah, fuck you too, dude. Like, whatever. So there's some asshole cats out there. My cats are not really assholes. They can be assholes, but they're not assholes. You know what I mean? Oh, Bubby, you gonna sit in the sun? Yeah, he's gonna sit in the sun. He's sitting in the sunlight right now. He's gonna get nice and warm and toasty. How about we summer two at the same time? See, with the Japanese folklore of the giant foot, it's literally just a giant disembodied foot. That's it. It's a disembodied foot. Kind of like how Thing from the Addams Family is like a disembodied hand. That thing's just a giant disembodied foot. Not saying there's a giant foot guy in modern day Nuremberg. Garfield. Is Garfield malicious? Garfield's an asshole, but he's not malicious. He just does his own thing. He's kind of an asshole though. Yeah, my cat, when I'm eating, he smacks the food off my hand. That's asshole cat behavior, yeah. See, whenever I eat, Booby has to expect it. No matter where I am, no matter what I'm eating, he's like, I need to smell it. Because he's very good at smelling things that he knows I'm not supposed to eat. Because he's seen me sick from eating things that I'm allergic to. So he becomes my food inspector. One time I ate a meal. I bought a meal that was made in avocado oil, and I didn't know because I'm allergic to avocados. So he smacks my food away. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? He smells it. He's looking at me and goes, meow. I'm like, okay. So I go back to the little shop that I went and got my food from, and I asked, hey, what kind of, it's like a fried chicken kind of thing. I was like, what kind of oil did you use for this? Oh, we use avocado oil. I was like, oh, I'm allergic to that. So they ended up giving me a free meal cooked in like regular vegetable oil. I was like, thank you. And I was like, oh yeah, well, my cat made sure I didn't die this day. Let's go. So, Booby's good about that. So I always let him sniff my food to make sure it's something I can eat. And Beans is really good about keeping me awake. When I say that, I mean it's like she wakes me up pretty much at 8:30 every day. Like even if I'm already awake, she'll jump on the bed at 8:30 on the dot. Even before my alarm goes off, and she'll like meow at me and knead my rib cage, or she'll just stand on top of me and just go meow. She's very light, so it doesn't bother me that she stands on top of me. So meow, and I'm like, okay. I was like, what? And I look at the clock. I'm like, oh, thank you, Bean. You know, she's very good at that. She's also very sweet and cuddly. She's like, lately she just wants to cuddle and just snuggle. I guess because it's been cold. Like both my cats, usually cats like to be under blankets, and then some cats like to be under blankets and stuff. My cats don't. My cats don't like to be under blankets. They don't like to feel like they're trapped. So I offer the space for them, but they don't want it. They'll sleep on top of the blanket no matter how cold it is. Last night was so chilly that Beans actively went under the blanket with me when I was sitting in bed crocheting and watching a movie. And she was just sitting there like right next to me. I made sure not to cover her all the way so she didn't feel trapped and claustrophobic, but I was surprised. I was like, huh, hi Bean. And she was just like looking up at me and like, okay, cold. And she has the softest. She's very vocal, so she'll talk to me in any which way she wants. So she's a funny girl. She's just so vocal. Like I'll have full conversations with her. If she wants to ask me for stuff, she'll meow. Lately she's had this raspy meow, and I don't know where that came from. And I'm like, are you getting sick? I'm like, I hope you're not getting sick. So she's not, by the way. She's fine, because she can meow. Where the hell is my cleaning brush? She can meow. Oh, there it is. It's under my computer. My laptop. My desktop. Keyboard. Wow. Words. And I'm like meow. She's like meow. Like she knows how to control the volume of her meows and stuff. Be like, use your inside. She gets really loud sometimes. Like, use your inside voice. And she'll go meow. And I'll be like, use your inside voice, Missy. And then she goes meow. It's so funny. My cats are characters, y'all. She's just they're so funny. Alright. Yeah, my cat, when I'm eating, he's like, I know, freaking disembodied foot. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like, is it disembodied, like, with, like, flesh growing over the stump, or is it, like, the sinew and bone sticking out? That's my question. Like, how disembodied is this foot? Like, how graphically disembodied is this foot for it to be in your home? Let's see. I just wanted for research purposes. Okay, if you say so, Kakarot. I was watching a movie yesterday. What movie were you watching, Gamer Lover? Also, good morning, Gamer Lover. How are you doing today? I'm doing well. I'm just a little tired. I am tired today. I may not do a full 2-hour stream today just because I am a little tired. I didn't sleep well last night. I kept having like, I wouldn't say nightmares, but I definitely had some weird dreams. Do I remember them? No. No, I don't remember them in the slightest, but I know they were strange because I kept waking up feeling confused. So, yeah. No. Oh boy, my keyboard needed the cleaning. It was a little cat hairy and dusty. I'm using a little fan brush to kind of get between the keys. Like, why use that expensive dust cleaner when a fan brush is like $1 at the beauty supply store? Just go whoop, just dust away between the keys. It's great at getting hair and crumbs. Like I was debating getting like a full-blown like those little PC vacuum dusty thingies. I was like, nah. Fan brush works just fine. You can get one from like the art supply store or beauty supply store for very cheap. Cleans between the keys very nicely. I mean, it doesn't work for all keyboards. Like if you have a keyboard that has like more inset keys, you know, then yeah, that's not gonna be the best. It'll take off all the surface stuff. But my keyboard has like keys that kind of pop out, so it's easy to clean between the keys. Fairly easy. Like they're not as inset. But yeah, so I have been on a movie watching kick. I don't know why. I just been. I mean, I know why. Like a part of me is like I know why, but also like I don't know. I've just been watching a lot of like comedies lately. A lot of LGBT-esque movies, themed movies. Why? I don't know. That's just where my brain is right now. Watching Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar, which is one of my all-time favorite movies of all time. I can watch that movie 1,000 times and never get bored of it. I was watching But I'm a Cheerleader, which always had me rolling because it's such a goofy premise of a movie. I mean, the theme is terrible, but the premise is funny. Let's see. I was watching, Blue is the Warmest Color. I was also watching was it the XXY? XXY, there we go. Which is a Argentinian LGBT movie. I think that's really about it for that I've been watching. I've been kind of tapering off watching movies, but watch Jack and Jill, the Adam Sandler one? No, I don't know. Maybe. I haven't seen Jack and Jill, but I don't know. I love Adam Sandler movies, but I don't know. My whole family got sick this weekend, and I hope I'm not next because my immune system's not the greatest. I feel that. I've had a tickle in the back of my throat lately. Just that dry cough itch that you get when the air is dry. And I'm just like, oh, I really hope I'm not getting sick. My immune system is literally in the toilet. It is terrible. I get sick over You guys know I get sick very often. Anytime I cancel stream is usually because I'm not feeling well. Because you guys know, for those of you guys who've been here long enough, you guys know I have a terrible immune system. I'm very sickly. So I'm like, ugh. It's like, ugh. So I have the sniffles, I have an itchy, dry throat, I'm like, blah. Watch Grown Ups 2. I like the Grown Ups movie. I haven't seen Grown Ups 2. I'll probably end up watching it. Watch Pixels? I might watch Pixels. Watch Uncut Gems? Maybe. You're giving me a whole list, Wasabi. I may end up having to watch the movie. But, yeah, so I've been watching movies, kind of just having a goofy little time. Have you seen Sonic 2? Yes, and I can't wait for the third one to come out. I'm very excited. The second one was just as good as the first one. I really enjoyed it. So I can't wait. I can't wait for the next one. Uncut Gems is unironically the best suspenseful movie known to man. I'll probably check it out. I don't know, suspense movies, I don't know. I don't like having that constant anticipation. which is ironic to say because I love horror movies, but horror movies you can kind of predict what happens, unless it's like really like what a twist, kind of, like a real twist kind of moment. But I don't know. Suspense movies, they give me anxiety, so it depends on the movie. It depends on the kind of movie. I have seen the Mario movie. I love the Mario movie. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good. You know, I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece, but it's definitely an enjoyable watch. It's definitely an enjoyable watch. Unconscious made me super anxious watching, which never happens. You know, that's really good. Oh, then I will get really anxious. I get anxious very easily in suspense movies, so, ooh, I don't know. I've been wanting to revisit some of my favorite horror movies. I definitely want to kind of go back to the old original Halloween movies. The original Friday the 13th movies. I wanted to watch like House of Wax for a while, and like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've been craving the horror movie, so I might end up just doing that later today on my downtime, just playing some, watching some spooky, scary horror movies. I hope Nintendo makes a Kirby movie. I'm pretty sure they will at some point. See, I talk about that dry, that dry cough. Ugh, the worst. Which House of Wax? That's a good question. I don't know. Any of them. I like all. I like them. Hold on. Shit, my tea. Got overzealous by drinking my tea. Spilled it all over my top. Nice. Nice. Great. Good job, Case. You stupid fuck. Luckily, I haven't gotten sick at all. That's great. I've had like one cold already. Like one really bad cold already. Like I get minor colds, you know, stuff that I can easily beat within a couple of days, but I'll probably end up watching both films, the 53 film and the 2005 film. I'll probably end up watching both of them. I like the old one, but the new one's pretty good too. I can't really, I don't know. I remember watching a House of Wax movie, but the last 5 minutes is all I remember is some mansion burning down and wax statues melting. I do get calls. That was like 15 years ago. Yeah, there's two of them. There's one from 53 and there's another one. I think it's the remake of 2005. I think I might watch the 2005 version because that's the one I'm more familiar with. But I liked both. I saw both. I like both. Can't complain. I do get colds. I get colds too, but some of them are very mild, so I can usually power through them. But the really bad ones is when I get the full-blown fever. Ugh, I hate getting a fever. I get so miserable. Yo, I turn into the biggest baby with a fever because I just get so miserable. I'm just like, like all I want is to like be in bed and cry. And I get so uncomfortable because it's like I'm hot, cold, the worst. My sister loves a movie called Descendants. Oh, I know about the Descendants. That's a Disney movie. I'm not big a fan. I heard it was good, but I'm like, out of my time range. Like, I like Disney movies, like the old Disney movies, like the like the 90s and early 2000s Disney movies when they were super fucking cheesy. That's my shit. That's where I was like, mwah. Like, very good, very good, very good. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. It's a possibility this movie series get adapted from games and animes are doing good. Yeah, a lot of that happens. I definitely want to. Excuse me. Oh, that's from the cat hair. Excuse me. Got a little bit up my nose. I definitely want to look at and watch more anime. There's a lot of animes coming out now that I'm really gonna. I know I'm gonna enjoy. But I don't have the attention span for it. Like, I'm stuck crocheting, so I'm like, if I want to crochet and like watch an anime, it's gonna have to be in dub, and I'm like, dub. Like, even if it's in dub, I put on bless you, thank you, Kakarot. And even if I put on dub, I still put on subtitles, and I'm like, because I watch. I'm the type of person that likes to watch any show with subtitles because I am just I don't know. I like being able to catch. I like being able to catch full context of dialogue. I hate watching a show or a movie that gets like quiet dialogue and I can't understand what's happening because I'm missing something because the dialogue is, you know, is too quiet or whatever. Blech. Bless you, thank you. I don't get seasonal change colds. Like if I get to summer, I get a week-long fever, and it gets to winter, I get a 2-week-long cold. Yeah, I get the transitional colds too. Like during the summer, I just feel more faint and tired because it's hot, and then I just feel like shit. In the winter time, it's more like I get sick physically, but I also get like the seasonal depression. So I'm pretty good at dealing with my seasonal depression. It's just blech. It's just blech. Oh yeah, Beauty and the Beast. I love that movie. It's my childhood. I like old Disney. I like the old Disney. Disney Renaissance was the best time for Disney. All these remakes trying to recapture the Renaissance in live action kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Congratulations on transitioning. Bruh. I'm talking about weather transitioning, not my own physical transition. I'm happy with the bits and bobs that I got, okay? Thank you. I'm perfectly content with my bits and bobs, so I don't feel the need to physically transition. You know, some people do, and that's perfectly okay. But, I'm good. I am happy with what I have. I'm happy with the bits and bobbles that I have. Yeah, I like watching with subtitles because sometimes the Japanese VA sounds damn good. Yeah, I know. That's what I like too. I like to watch it I like to watch dubbed instead of subbed. I have no problem with subs. Subs nowadays are getting better. Like, I started watching, like, sub anime back in the day when I was young, and getting into anime was not the worst, but not great. You could definitely tell where some people kind of struggle to get the emotion just right into that scene, especially compared to, like, when you listen to it in its original, like, dialogue, you're like, huh, this is lacking more passion in the English dub, you know what I mean? So, but nowadays it's a lot better. Nowadays I will happily watch an anime in dub. I'll happily watch an anime in dub, but I still want subtitles anyway. I'm just used to watching it in subs. That's just my thing. I have no prejudice one way or another, but I prefer subs over personally, I prefer subs over dubs, but dubs are getting so much better, so I'm not even gonna complain, really. Bob? Who's Bobble? I'm talking... you know what I mean. If you watch Gintama dubbed, you are cringe and do not deserve lungs. No, there are some anime that just doesn't work with dub. Gintama is one of those that does not work with dub, especially with a lot of its puns and jokes. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Do you know what movie is on my watch list, but I haven't watched it? The new Tom and Jerry. Yeah, I haven't watched the new Tom and Jerry either. I don't know how I would feel about it. I grew up with Tom and Jerry. I love Tom and Jerry. I don't know how I feel about the new movie. I have no bias to it, really. I just don't know how I feel. I'm the kind of guy, if there's dubs, I will watch it, and I won't care if there's subs. It's considered better. I only watch subs if I have to, and I want to watch it. And I want to watch the show. Yeah, that's fair. Like, again, it's all subjective. Like, I find the dubs nowadays are a lot better, but I still prefer subs. Just because I'm used to subs when it comes to anime. Oh my god, you guys. I remember when I was a wee wee lad, teeny tiny itty bitty wee lad. We were snowed in, and I had a copy of the entire classic collection of Tom and Jerry that my uncle lent me to keep me company for those 5 cold days. I mean, yeah. Not a bit, by the way, this actually happened. I believe it. Like, that is something that could happen, and, you know, it's still pretty neat. Like, Tom and Jerry's good. It's a good classic. Oh, excuse me. It's a good classic, cartoon. You know? The slapstick and the humor is great. It still holds up. Like, the majority of it still holds up to this day. Oh my god, I'm so sniffly. Just wasn't in Australia though. Let's see. But oh, excuse me. I am still sniffly. Oh, those are cute. Oh, I just tuned into onto the internet and saw a video of a girl making heart-shaped earmuffs, like crocheting heart-shaped earmuffs, and I'm like, I should probably do that. I should make earmuffs that fit my ears. Because as you know, I got cat ears. Anytime I wear headphones, they're usually like earbuds, not like actual like headphones or anything like that. I have to wear earbuds in order to listen to music. It sucks. or even listen to games. It sucks. So I think I may have to make myself a very special set of earmuffs for myself, because your girl's ears gets real cold during the winter. Like all my hats have to have ear holes cut out, or else I can't hear. Crochet a house. Crochet a house, maybe. I don't think I can crochet a whole livable house. That would take a lot of yarn that I can't afford and a lot of time that I may not have. But I don't know. I wanna crochet something pretty cute. Oh, that's adorable. Like, I follow a lot of crochet idea pages on the internet. Someone just made a wizard crow, amigurumi, which is like a little plushie, crochet plushie, and I love it, and it's adorable, and I may have to make one. I think when I have the money to do so and the time, I'm gonna get some yarn and crochet cute little figure amigurumis. I've been wanting to recreate my D&D character in amigurumi. I might end up doing that for all my friends' characters, just because it's so cute. I think it's just the cutest thing. Oh, that's adorable. This is a little succulent plant crochet project, but when you pull out the leaves, it's a coaster. Oh, and you can make like 4 leaves to make like a whole plant, and then have like 4 whole coasters. And then the pot is just like a holder for all the coasters. That's cute. I need to make that. There's a lot of things I want to make because I go online and then I'm just like, oh, these ideas are just so precious and cute. Because I know the basics already, I can easily just make stuff, and I'm like, that's just adorable. Like right now I'm watching somebody make a little plushy gingerbread bat, and that's the cutest thing I have ever seen. Let's go. I need to get like polyfill stuffing. Use twine. I don't want to use twine. That's gonna take forever and it's uncomfortable for the hands. Crochet a car? Maybe. Crochet some bitches? No. Unless you mean like dogs. Why was the first thing I thought sus when I heard fuck? Because the internet has ruined us all. The internet has truly ruined us. I mean, this is why I take the weekend to not really be on the internet. I like to take my time away from the internet every once in a while, just to detox my brain, because sometimes it's like too much internet overload. You know, there's a lot of people that really... Someone crocheted themselves Uggs. Let's go. And like actual wearable like Uggs. That's actually very impressive. They got these special like soles, like the bottom of the shoes type of thing, soles, as a blank, and then they just crochet around it. That's cool. I need to find, because I find these, like I see people make like baskets and like shoes, like wearable shoes, and like these purses and handbags, and I'm like, where do you get these like boards and bits and baubles to do all that? And I'm just like, Uggs, like the shoes. Like the Uggs, U-G-G-S, Uggs. You know, like those shoes. Someone just crocheted themselves a pair of Uggs. That's actually very cool. Like the cute little like winter booties that you can actually wear. And where do you get the bottoms? Like they got like actual rubber soles that they can crochet on. And I'm like, bruh. Hi John, hello, good morning. Happy Monday, friend, happy Monday. I'm like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do all sorts of things. Like, I know how to make socks. I know how to make slippers. I know how to make a bunch of stuff. So it's very fun. It's very, very fun. I just thoroughly enjoy. I follow a lot of like crochet pages and accounts and stuff like that. It's very, very fun. A lot of fashion ones too. This is cute. It's a strawberry. It's a little coaster. It's like white, and then like the decorative edges is like a little strawberries. That's so cute. Like if this wasn't on my personal account, I would show you guys. But it's on my personal account, and I don't want to dox myself. It's very cute. It's very cute. I am a sucker for very cute creative things. I do, like, I go online and all these like social media accounts that have like craft projects. I just dive right into it because I love crafting. I am a crafty bitch by nature. I love to make things. I like to create things. It brings me such a sense of peace. It brings me such a sense of peace when I'm able to be creative. So, you know, I can't help myself. I am a crafter. I love doing arts and crafts. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. It just makes me super happy. Can't complain. I just wish I could get more yarn. I went through my yarn stash making Christmas presents for people. I went through almost my entire yarn stash, so now I have like fancy yarn that's like super soft and a little harder to work with, and no more like regular like acrylic or cotton yarn. So I'm like, I think I need to re-up soon. I'll have to. By the way, I want to get into D&D, but I don't have any friends to play with. What do I do? Well, you can either start with your well, first off, D&D is a commitment, so you have to make sure you have time to set aside for it on a I'll say like a weekly or a bi-weekly basis. You can always get started with your own friend group. You know, ask them, hey, you guys interested in trying to play D&D? Or you can just, you know, you can look online, see if there's any D&D groups, like local D&D groups that are, you know, beginner friendly and things like that. You've returned. Welcome back, Sniper. I don't know. I would say just look online, see if you can find some D&D groups to join them, like on Facebook or whatever, or Instagram or whatever. Just look online, be like, hey, I want to start getting, you know, a lot of people are pretty cool about, you know, newbies coming into D&D. Play Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is also a great kind of like introduction to D&D. It has a lot of D&D elements in it, so it's a great way to kind of get familiar with how D&D works, like that basic kind of structure. Kind of get familiar with like the D&D rules and stuff as well. Like there's books. I believe it's Dungeons and Dragons 5. Are we in 5e right now, or? I think we're in 5e. There are D&D books, so look into the books as well. I think we're in 5e now. I might be wrong. That's the latest edition, I believe. I think that's, yeah. But yes, but D&D it's not hard to understand. It's fairly simple. It's just a little bit of work because it's more physical than it is like video game-esque. So if you ever play like games like Fallout is kind of a good example. Like Fallout New Vegas is kind of a good example of kind of how the game is meant to be structured. Like how your stats would typically work and stuff like that. You know, like in the beginning when you're setting up your stats in like Fallout New Vegas, it's kind of like that. A little bit more randomized, but that's basically kind of like that. Like I said, Baldur's Gate 3 is a great example of playing Dungeons and Dragons, so I would highly recommend it. But in playing like regular like tabletop D&D, you get a little more flexibility because, you know, it's anything off the table. It's like Fallout 1 and 2, yeah. So it's definitely like it's not hard. It's kind of high cost. Yeah, it is. You can definitely go online. There is a wiki. Actually, let's see if I can find the wiki. You look at the wiki, it has pretty much the basic information on there, like spells and stuff, classes, species, or whatever they call them now, races, species, creatures, whatever they call it now. I don't know. They called it races before, but I think they're changing that to like creatures or species. I don't remember. Where is it? Let me see if I can. So I have the wiki on my phone because I use it every time I play D&D. Whenever I need to upgrade my stuff, update my stuff, my sheet. Where is D&D 5th edition? Because we're playing 5th edition. YouTube just recommended you. Who are you? Also, hi, Texason? I hope I'm saying your name right. I butcher names terribly, I'm so sorry. But hi, welcome. My name is Kind and Considerate. I am a variety VTuber, your friendly neighborhood cat girl. I do all sorts of things. Today we're just chatting and hanging out. I do gaming, art streams, story times, watch-alongs, goofy little things like that. I do a little bit of everything, so but welcome. Thank you for being here. Today is just a random chat. I usually do chats on Mondays, just to catch up because I don't stream over the weekend, so, you know, I like to just chat about random things. Today we're talking about some Dungeons and Dragons, because our lovely friend Kakara don't want to get into Dungeons and Dragons, so kind of talking nerd stuff, so. But, yes, I'll send you I'll put the link in the chat, the 5th edition, wiki. It gives you a lot of the information there on Dungeons and Dragons. You can look through it, kind of get yourself familiar with it. It's also a great tool to use. You said it kind of correct? Oh, yes. I butcher names terribly, so if you have a nickname you want me to call you that makes it a little easier, I will be happy to do so. I try to do my best. I try to do my best to pronounce it right. So. But yeah, I said it kind of correct. Thank you. That's really great. That's good. Okay, let me get in my chat here. All right. Oops. No, I didn't want to close it, silly goose. You silly little dingus. I'm such a silly little dingus. Here we go. Let's see. No, I don't want to learn more. I don't need to learn more about YouTube's goofy, silly stuff. Alright, here we go, Kakarot. This is the wiki that I use whenever I'm playing D&D. It's pretty comprehensive. Look through it, study it, get yourself familiar with it. It's not hard. If you ever played any kind of role-playing game, like again, Baldur's Gate 3 or like Fallout or whatever, it's not hard. You'll pick it up. There's a lot more technical jargon, but it's not really that difficult to. You kind of pick it up pretty quickly. And like I said, try checking out Facebook for local D&D groups, you know, game stores usually, things like that. You know, a lot of people like to a lot of people, at least just people I've met, like to welcome people. Welcome people into D&D. You know, especially newcomers. They're like, oh yeah. So, you know, it's usually pretty fun. You could also do it online too, but I recommend doing it in person. It's a lot more fun, I think. Yes. Wiki.com. I know it's weird, but that's the wiki. That's the wiki. I use it all the time. Because, you know, I play a halfling bard and I forget half of my stats and tricks and spells all the time, so I have to keep myself brushed up. So I don't forget. Yeah, so, yeah, this past weekend we didn't get to play D&D because my friend called out last minute because he had to work. Yeah, thanks for the help, Kay Wasabi. Of course! Listen, I enjoy it. D&D is a fun game, especially if you have a group of friends or people that you can get along with and hang out with and be silly goofy with. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. I don't know. I think it's just a great game. But yeah. But like I said, I wanted to crochet some amigurumi of our characters. I wanted to make my little halfling bard. I wanted to make my friends warlock, elf, and my other friends Aasimar paladin. And then of course our NPC characters that are in our group, which is a lot of fun. One of my other friends ended up joining in to play as well, and he's like some kind of automaton character. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly what he is, but I'll probably refamiliarize myself over the weekend. We meet up again for D&D because we play every weekend. You guys already know. I tend to talk about my sessions in quick succession whenever I get the chance to. So this week we didn't do anything. The last time we left off, we defeated an adolescent green dragon by the skin of our ass, and we ended up going into a kobold village because they are still being oppressed, and they asked us to help. And I'm like, that's a thing that we gotta do. I almost died again, you guys. I don't know what it is about me, but I always end up almost dying. You know, I don't know what it is. It's like, I try so hard not to, but I end up almost dying. This time I almost died via acid, and I was like, oh no. I got smacked in the face with acid breath, and I was like, oh no. I almost died again. I'm like, come on, it hasn't even, like, in-game, it hasn't even been a day since I almost died. Why am I almost dying again? Like, first time I got set on fire. But I deserve that. I deserve being set on fire. I did that necromancer dirty. I did that necromancer dirty. So I deserve that. But, the second time I was like, dude, no! Oh, man. You could be a minion in D&D, say banana and shit. Yeah, you can pretty much be whatever kind of character you want to be in D&D. You know, you get your species, you get your class, you get what you want to be, what you want to do, get your stats all set up, and then just go apeshit crazy. I am a chaotic little thing. I like to say chaotic neutral or chaotic good, but chaotic nonetheless. Yeah. So, for those of you who don't remember, me and my lovely group decided got pulled into a mission to get these artifacts from this old beaten ruins of a ruined church. Turns out that place was crawling with undead, and there was a necromancer there who was chilling and minding his own business, but then started his shenaniganery and started bringing alive these champions who were worshippers of Bahamut, and the champions ended up having the exact relics that we needed. Plus, there was like 30 and 40 more bodies in the tomb down below the church. So it was like, bruh, what is this shittery and shenaniganery? So what ends up happening is that, because we have two NPC characters, one who joined us, kind of as like a guide to take us around Waterdeep. He's a tabaxi rogue, and a tabaxi is basically a cat person, but like more cat than person. Like, basically an anthropomorphic cat. Not like me, but like with more cat features, you know what I mean? So, he's a sassy little bitch, and I love him. Furry's basically a furry, yes. So he's a sassy little bitch, and I love him. So that's one of our NPCs. His name is Banta. I love him. He's a good kiggy. And we have another NPC who's a kobold that we actually kidnapped after getting ambushed by his group of friends. Him and his group of friends. We ended up scaring off and killing he killed half his friends, scared the rest of them off. We captured him, and now he's our paladin's apprentice. Mind you, all of this is against his will, but he's like, as long as y'all pay me, I don't give a shit. So I was like, okay, cool. So we have that. So we have our kobold named Sparks, and we have our tabaxi named Banta, and I love them so much. So while Sparks is cowering like the bitch he is, and Banta is trying not to get surrounded by the undead, Tyrael, our Aasimar paladin, is fighting one of the champions, and Aquarion, our lovely warlock bard, I mean not warlock bard, wow, warlock elf, I'm the bard, is fending off the other champion. So we defeat the one champion, we'll call him the sword champion, that's the one Tyrael was fighting. So we ended up defeating the sword champion. The necromancer gets butthurt that we are defeating his skilly buddies, and decides, you know what, fuck you guys, I'm gonna summon some more. And he ends up summoning all the ones in the tomb below, and that's easily like an army of like 40 or 50 to 60 bone daddies that I really don't want to deal with. So while those bone daddies are trying to make their way up, we're like, oh, we need to stop this. So while Sparks and Tyrael decide to deal with the shield special guardian boy, Aquarion decides we're going to try to collapse this tunnel. And I was like, yes. So he and I decide to get closer. He uses his Eldritch Blast to blast back a lot of those zombos. And his apprentice, Banta, also uses like he uses like some kind of scroll that basically explodes the entire entryway, so no more can get through. So that's been shattered down. So we end up with like maybe 6 of those fun little bone daddies that want to kind of kill us. Hello, Gigotry? Welcome. We indeed. My name is Kind and Considerate. I'm a variety streamer, and also your friendly neighborhood cat girl. Welcome. Thank you for being here. You caught me in the middle of talking about my last couple of D&D sessions. Alright, hey, let's go. So we end up fighting back some of those skelly boys. Killed a few of them. At that point I had leveled up, so I ended up using Cloud of Daggers to get rid of the majority of them. But then the leftover ones end up surrounding the Necromancer, which also puts our buddy Banta in danger. And Banta is like stuck in between a rock and a hard place. So while we end up getting him out, I end up running up next to the Necromancer, doing the spell Earth Tremor, which is basically a spell that causes a big earthquake. And because we're in a ruin and unstable ground, I ended up collapsing that whole altar space where the Necromancer was down into a 30-foot hole. So I kind of ran up to him, started like singing some Freddie Mercury, and then just kind of boom, and just kind of collapsed him into a 30-foot hole, along with myself and the rest of the skeletons. Those skeletons are dead. That Necromancer's very hurt. I'm okay until I'm not. Cause he got pissed and set me on fire with a fire blast or fire, and I was like, and I got hurt. I almost died. I had 2 health left. I was in danger. I was like, oh, I'm in danger. Set me on fire. I totally deserved it because I basically just went up to his face, called him an asshole, and just dropped basically the entire ground on top of him. So yeah, I deserved that. That was absolutely, I wasn't even mad. I was just like, no, yeah, I deserve that. I pulled an asshole move. But, it was great. I almost died. I didn't. Thankfully, Banta was like, no, and just jumped down the hole, managed to give me a potion to kind of save my ass. And then the Necromancer pieced out, and I was like, cool, awesome. Because he was hurt. He was hoiting. By that time, everyone was grouping together. The shield hero was already defeated. And everyone was grouping around the Necromancer, so he's like, yeah, no, I'm peacing out right now. So he left, and I was stuck in a 30-foot hole. And mind you, I'm a halfling. I'm maybe 3 feet tall, so that was a bitch and a half to get out. It was a bitch and a half to get out of the hole, but I didn't die. I only know Cloud of Daggers because Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I ended up getting Cloud of Daggers. I was very happy. I was like, ooh, I can make it rain sharp pointy things from the sky. Let's go. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. So, yeah, that was what happened. And then, we had downtime. We went back to, we collected the relics. We went back to the people who commissioned us to get them, which was another church. And, yeah, we had downtime. We did the thing that do. We got paid. We stocked on all our stuff. Upgraded our armor, which was great. And then we were set out again to go continue exploring other places that we were meant to explore, and then we ran into a green dragon, an adolescent green dragon, a little bitch ass who was very mad, and almost killed us yet again. I actually almost died by accident because this time I wasn't even my fault. I was like, we can do this peacefully. He's intelligent. We can talk to him. Everyone was like, no, we're gonna fucking kill him. I was like, oh god, okay. I'm in the minority in this, so I was like, okay, let's go. So we did the thing. He did like this acid breath thing. He did like this acid breath thing, and god, did I roll so badly that day, because it was like it was me and 2 others. It was Tyrael, and I think it was Sparks, and then it was me. I was standing next to Sparks. Sparks was directly behind Tyrael, and Tyrael was like, I have big shield, I can block. And it's like, does that save everybody? And it's like, no, because I got caught in the backsplash of that acid breath, and I dropped all the way to 4 health. I was like, oh no. This time I wasn't even trying to get myself hurt. What the fuck? I was so mad. I was so mad. I was like, god damn it. And now we have Banta, our our little tabaxi rogue, he's pissed at me because it's like, why the fuck are you almost always dying? I was like, I'm not doing it on purpose! So, you know. It's like, so yeah, that's the thing that happened. Now we're kind of going to, now after we defeated the dragon, the kobolds that were, like, kind of backing him up, we're like, oh, thank God, he's dead. He's one of our oppressors. We don't want any more oppressors. We have someone else who's at our village, you know, still oppressing us. We're asking you to help us get rid of him. And we're like, yeah, sure, okay, as long as you all don't try to kill us. So that's where we last left off. I was so looking forward to seeing what would happen this week, but of course, one of our players had to go into work last minute, so it is what it is. No big deal. So I'm really looking forward to this week's game, because I'm like, what's gonna happen next? We made it to the Kobold Village. What do we do now? What kind of shittery and shenaniganery are we gonna get into? So bad rolls. Yeah, I had a pretty bad roll that day. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was so mad. I was like, I got hit by acid? And my skin is melting off and burning. I was like, no! Did it hit me? I had an axe. Did it hit me in the face? He was like, oh yeah, it hit you in the face. I was like, god damn it, that's the moneymaker. I'm a bard. Like, it's not just about the music and the singing, and the face is the moneymaker, you know? Yeah, I was like, oh. Oh, I fucking got I got. It was bad. I almost died again. Now our rogue is pissed at me because I keep dying. Because I keep almost dying. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, bruh, I don't know. I just got bad luck. They always go after the little guy. You know, and by no means am I weak. I'm actually a pretty strong, the way I'm set up, I'm actually a pretty strong character. It's just that I have the worst luck when it comes to, like, big battles. Not the face, for real, not the face. I was like, no, not the moneymaker. And they were like, well, I thought your singing was the moneymaker. I was like, I sing fine, but this is the face, because my character is very cute. Very, very cute. Like, I have, like, I ended up finding a cute, like, bard picture, and I was like, oh, that's exactly what I wanted to look like. She's very cute. Very, very cute. I love her very much. She's just an awkward and sassy little thing at times. Like, she's very nice, very sweet, a little sassy, and very awkward. It's great. But, she's like, that's the moneymaker, no! Thankfully, I had potions, some really good potions, so I wasn't even worried. I wasn't too worried, so I was able to come back to health. And then in downtime, when I was able to do a long rest, which pretty much got me back to normal health. I ended up getting this really cool, useful spell to use whenever we're on missions called Jormund's Tiny Hut, where I can just basically, like, summon a giant sphere that turns out to be basically like a little hobbit hole where it's nice and cozy on the inside. It has beds. I can control what's inside of it, so I usually end up having beds and really cute stuff there. Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun. I wish there was a technology where you could visualize your game from your brain to other people. Yeah, that would be great. I mean, the closest we can do is basically like a simulator, but that's a lot of work that I don't have time for right now. But it's a lot of fun. Cause it was a lot of fun. Like, anyone who plays D&D, knows how much fun it can be. Anyone who wants to get into D&D, you know, look into it. It's a lot of fun. You know, especially if you have a really creative dungeon master. Dungeon masters are usually, for those who don't know, are the people who kind of narrate the game as you go. They're basically like the narrator. They're the ones that give you the story so that you can play it. It's a lot of fun. I am a player. I don't think I have it in me to be a DM because I forget my own continuity and my own stories sometimes. So I'm like, bleh. Okay, learn how to animate and portray it. I can't. I used to know how to animate, but I used to know how to do cell animation. I don't do it anymore for obvious reasons. No. No, I don't want to learn how to animate. I don't have the patience or the talent to do so. I like to draw, but I don't think I'll ever animate. If I had the money to, I would absolutely commission somebody to animate that for me, though. Like, be like, here's my money, animate this entire story for me. I wish. I wish. But I don't know. Learning how to animate digitally would be pretty cool, but I don't think I have the patience. I have a lot of patience, but just for some things, but not all of things. Animation was one of those things I was never patient about. Back when I was in high school, I learned how to do cell animation, and I was good at it. I was really good at it, but it was just very tedious work, and after a while, I ended up developing carpal tunnel because of it. But it was really fun. I enjoyed cell animation, and I kind of wish I stuck with it, but my poor hand, I needed to be able to still use it, and having carpal tunnel was pretty bad. It got to the point where I was wearing a brace almost every day because it was so bad, so I was like, meh, it's fine. It's fine. I still draw and stuff, though. Like, I do my art streams. Definitely want to do an art stream next week, probably, so I'll have to work on that schedule probably later. It'd be great, though. It'd be a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun. But yeah, I wish I could show you how cool it was, but because it's all tabletop, it's not exactly doable. Commission 50k for fanfiction, verbal A style. I don't have 50k. I don't even have $5. Your girl is broke. It do be the way of the world. Although I do plan on putting in my. You guys know I've been struggling to find like steady employment ever since last year after my grandmother passed. There's a bakery not that far from where I live that's hiring, and I'm very excited to put my CV in because I'm like, let's go. And it's a very small bakery, something I can manage. You guys know I had a background as a pastry chef for some time. So I'm very excited to kind of work in that field again. It's a lot less stressful than like a bigger kitchen. It's definitely like a small shop. And I'm just so happy to try to, it's like an Italian style bakery. I'm very excited. I love Italian sweets. I go to that bakery fairly often to get coffee and cookies anytime I have the cash to do so. And I'm very excited. Good luck. Thank you. If I manage to get the job, I'm going to try to see if I can make it for the afternoon, so that way I have the mornings for you guys. So I'll give them my schedule, and yeah. I'm very excited. Good luck. Thank you. I'm hoping that later this week I'll be able to go by and drop off my resume, my CV, and hopefully get a job. This is like, I don't want to work retail anymore. I used to work retail before I got into like the kitchens, and I hated retail. I hate retail so badly. Like I've worked retail for a very long time, from like my late teens, early 20s, and I was like, ugh, no more, please, no more. Not knocking anyone who does retail. Like, retail is hard work, and I always try to be respectful and stuff to people who work retail because it's hard. Retail sucks, People always act entitled just because you're like in the customer service work, and I'm like, ugh, people suck. Like, you want to be disillusioned with the world and see how much people suck, work retail. It's the worst. But I applaud anyone who does, because man, you guys got the patience of a saint. I could not. I stopped working retail because I just couldn't do it. Hope you get it. Thank you. I hope I say your name right. Gigity? I butcher names terribly. I'm so sorry. But thank you so much. But Kay, the customer's always right. No, they're not! Listen, that whole customer right is bullshit. They're not right. No. Okay. Oh, I hate that adage, the customer is always right. I hate it because they're not right. You could tell them, oh, we don't have this in stock. They'd be like, oh, did you double check? If I'm telling you we don't have it in stock, why would I go and check if we did? Especially if I know we don't have a thing in stock. So I'll go to the back. I'll give it an effort. I'll look around, see if we have it. I come back. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have it in stock. I want to speak to your manager. How are you? Like, lady, you asked me if we have something in stock. I'm telling you we don't. You even asked me to double check. I double checked. Do we have it? No. Why would you want to see my manager and try to get me fired for something that's beyond my control? It's bullshit. So no, the customer's not always right. The customer tends to be wrong a healthy amount of the time. Some people are like very gracious. They're like, oh, we made this mistake, my bad. And sometimes, if you're a nice customer and you're very understanding, I'll do you the favor. You want like a 50% discount on this? well, I'm not gonna give you 50. I'll be like, this is, if this is priced wrong, then I do this. I'll give you a little discount, not the big one, but a little something, something. But no, customers are not always right. That's the biggest lie they'll ever tell you. All right, and it's annoying. I'm like, no, you're not right. All right, and don't try to get me fired because you don't like the answer I have to give you. And that's what they do, especially the Karens. They want to get you fired just because you give them an answer they don't want to hear. Or they want to be an asshole and try to cause drama for a discount. It's like, no. No. One time I almost got fired because I ended up dyeing my hair. Like, it was my early 20s and I was still in my hair dyeing phase. I dyed it blue. My hair was a dark color, so I ended up dyeing it blue. And I very much liked it. And I had a customer. I was working customer service. I had a customer complained to my manager that she was offended by my hair and demanded that I get fired or get sent home. I was like, what the fuck? And my boss looks at the customer, she's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. She's well within her right to dye her hair. She's like, oh, I find it offensive. I'm like, that's a you. My boss was cool. She was like, that's a you problem. It's so stupid. Yeah, some people do be like that. Wait, why does the customer always stand on the right side? Wait, what? No, yeah. I always go to the retail work and force them to answer trivial questions, and even if they get it right, tell them they're wrong, gotta prove customers always right. No! That's just an asshole thing to do. Like, bruh, people who work retail, they're on their feet all day. They're tired. They're dealing with people. And it's not just being a cashier is not just being a cashier. Because when you're not serving customers, you're cleaning your station, you're reorganizing things. Sometimes they tell you, hey, go stock stuff. So you end up stocking things to make sure and moving things around. Like, it's not just, oh, I'm a cash jockey. No. Being a cashier is not just being a cashier. At least in most supermarkets. You're doing a whole bunch of other stuff too. So it gets very tiring throughout the day. And then of course there's customers you have to run and go and take care of them and then go back to whatever you were doing before. It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. I respect retail workers no matter what kind of attitude they give me, because I know if you're in a shit mood, you've been dealing with rude people all fucking day. I have been there. I know that. I know the feeling. Same with food servers, I always respect and tip I live in America, so we tip. So I always make sure to generously tip my food servers, even if they're not as polite to me, because they have to deal with a lot of shit throughout the day. Like I said, I've been there too. I get it. A lot of people feel so entitled because, oh, they work this minimum wage job. Oh, they work in this they work in this service, so they have to treat me really well, and if they don't, they don't get shit from me. Like, bro, you don't understand. Like, and this is for people who don't. These are from people who have never worked in these kind of services before, or haven't worked in these services for a very long time. Like, you're an asshole for. It's like you're just being. That's just being an asshole, Like, I'm always polite and courteous to my food servers, always, because I know that they have to deal with a lot of shit throughout the day. If they make a mistake, I'd be very polite about it. I don't act like a jackass, and then I tip them appropriately, because that's their livelihood. A lot of people think, oh, if you work as a food server, you're still getting paid and the tips are just extra. No. In America, when you get tipped, that's a portion of your paycheck. People work hard for tips because when you're doing a job where tipping is like commission, it's like a commission. Okay, when you get tips, that money gets divided among the servers. You don't keep an $100 tip. You divide that among your workers, and then whatever you get at the end of the day is what you're paid for that day. And if you don't make the minimum requirement, then your employer has to compensate that. But so yeah, no. Tipping is super important. That's why I always do it. A lot of people, I can't. A lot of people don't know this. And when you try to tell them that, they're like, oh, that's bullshit, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, it's not. But I would always tip them because, at least here in America, a tip is a part of their livelihood. If they don't get tips that day, they don't get paid that day. They don't get paid that day, they don't get to pay their bills. It's not great. I hate the whole tipping logic. It should be paid. People who work for tips and commissions should be paid a full wage. I know a lot of places don't, like a lot of countries, they don't do that. They just pay their workers a full wage. But here in America, where it's, both simultaneously progressive and ass backwards, still tipping is still a thing. But I always try to tip generously whenever I can. Because, you know, people work hard for that. They deal with a lot of abuse for that. You know, don't be, like, it's so easy to not be an asshole, but people make it their life mission to be an asshole. Like, I don't get that. I had a hair on my lens. There we go. It's like, I don't get it. I do not get it. Isn't it tiring to be an asshole all the time? Like, for people who just, like, want to be, just make other people miserable, like, doesn't it get tiring? Like, I have to ask, like, these people who are, like, Karens and acting like, just to be out and just to, like, make people miserable, like, what, like, why? You know what I mean? Like, why do you do this? You know? Why do you shit on someone who's serving you food like it's like it was their choice of career? Like, some people go into the food industry, you know, they have to start somewhere. That's fine. Some people start in school like I do. Some people start straight out for the experience, like a dishwasher or a waitress or a waiter, you know? It's just like, why? It's not like people who work in fast food, they get shit on too because, like, it's a job, you know? They get paid. Why are you gonna shit on somebody just because they're a fast food server? Like, bruh, there's no reason for that, you know? And I don't get it. Like, it doesn't take that much effort to be kind, you know? And if you're having a bad day, why do you have to take it out on other people? Our minimum wage is $23. That's pretty great. Ours, well, here where I live is like $15. I wish they would raise it higher, but like starting minimum wage is $15. It can always get higher though. Ours is like $2. What? Third world countries do be like that? Yeah. Money conversion and stuff like that is strange. But into this bad way, what, like $2 per hour, just $2? That's what I was gonna ask. Per hour, my goodness. I mean, like, different countries and different currencies and stuff like that all add up in different ways. So I'm not judging. It is what it is, you know. The world is different. Everywhere is different, you know. Currencies are different. I'm not great with numbers, so things like currency exchanging and stuff like, and conversions and stuff like that. It's not my forte. But yeah, like, I don't get it. It costs nothing to be kind, you know? It costs nothing to at least be courteous. You know, like, you don't have to be like, oh my goodness, thank you so much, but they're like, you know, but you don't have to be super sugary sweet, but be like, oh, well, thank you, you know? You know, you don't have to be like, oh, this is not what I ordered, I want to see your manager, I want to get you fired. Like, bro, it's not that serious. If I gave you 3 lumps of sugar instead of 2 for your coffee, it's not that serious. I made a mistake. We're all just humans, alright? You want perfection, go get a machine to serve you. Alright? I'm pretty sure they have something to complain about that. They'll probably complain about that too. Shit. It is what it is, but hey, I hope you have a great day, man. Oh, are you leaving Kakarot? So manners good? Yes, manners good. Like, we're taught that from a young age to say your pleases and thank yous, you know? Like, how do people still decide to be an asshole in this day and age? Like, someone made a mistake. Not a big deal. Okay? So an item you want is out of stock. It's not a big deal. Not the end of the world. Like, why do you make it this big hullabaloo over the smallest things when in the grand scheme of things it doesn't matter? Just don't be a dick, bro. These are people who are just trying to work just like you are, you know, day by day, just trying to make a living, trying to make a wage. You know, they deal with a lot of crap all day, every day from people who just act the exact same way. And yeah, I'm like, bruh. Stop being an asshole. Just be nice. It literally costs nothing to be nice. The smart people understand their yeah, like, if you work with... that's also another reason why... See, I never... Even before I worked in the food industry, I never pissed off my service, because they could hack a loogie right in my food, and we never know. They could drop it on the floor, they could fart on it, they could put a booger in it. You would never know, and you would never know, and you would never know. Oh, I've seen that happen many a times when I worked in the food service. Be like, oh, you want to be an asshole? Okay, we'll take it to the back. Kind of warm it up a little bit. Sometimes the cook will and then just send it right back. And be like, bruh. That's what you get, and you will never know. That's why I'm always nice to my servers. Because they would absolutely, because, fun fact, when you work in a kitchen, no one has any fucks to give. Okay? You're tired, you're greasy, you're working all day, sometimes 12 hours a day, sometimes 15. You know, especially when you get the rush, it's even more work. You have to juggle like 6 things at different times. I promise you, nobody has any kind of patience for bullshit. So if you're gonna come with that bullshit of, oh, my steak isn't the way I want it, the chef is gonna look at you, look at the food, and do one of 2 things. If they're generous, they'll make another one, or they'll fix up what they made a mistake. If they're pissed, expect a loogie in your food. Hi, I'm fine. Miko! Welcome back, Miko! Welcome. It's so good to see you again. How are you doing today, Miko? I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday, by the way. Happy Monday. I'm talking about what it's like in the back, in the back of the house when it comes to food service. You know, in the kitchens and stuff. You don't want to piss off your food makers or your servers, because they will be like, yo, this person's being an asshole. Like, real grade A asshole. And they will spit in your food. Or drop it on the floor. Or rub it in the garbage. I've seen it happen. Even when I was working as a pastry chef, I've seen it happen. Because people... We're working hard all day to give you guys good food and a great experience. And you come with this shit? Yeah, no. Always be nice to your servers. Or they will spit in your food. Cooks be eating someone or yeah. Like, if you're gonna send back an order and you want us to remake it, we're gonna eat the food that you ordered. Like, that's something that happens. We're gonna eat your meal. You ordered a really expensive steak and you don't like how it's done. Guess who's gonna eat that for lunch? The people who are going to lunch. So any server, you know, any cook, you'd be like, oh, we got this big ass steak. Let's divide it up. It's delicious. By the way, some retail workers can be the real ones if you be nice to them. Exactly, you be nice. If you're constantly nice to your retail people, regardless of where you are, they hook you up. You know, they be like, you're a delight. I'm in a good place. I'm gonna give you like a little discount, or I'll give you this special promo. You know, like they hook you up. You know, I always try to be nice to individuals who work in retail because if you're cool enough with them, they hook you up. Okay, they always hook you up. Like in my college canteen, they stopped serving black coffee except me, just because I was a regular from the opening. Exactly, especially if you're a regular. If you're cool with them and they cool with you, they hook you up. Like there's this shop I would go to get my herbals. And every once in a while I end up getting a little freebie because I'm super cool with the people who work there. Like I can't, how, if you're mean, you don't get those perks, you know? You gotta be, even if you're having a shitty day, you know, don't take it out on the people who work retail. They're just doing their job. You know? Like I said, it costs nothing to be kind. I only drink black coffee because I'm too lazy to add anything. I like my coffee black and sweet. So when I drink coffee, it's black and sweet. Whether it's iced or whether it's hot, piping hot, black and sweet. The only time I have milk in my coffee is if I'm having a macchiato or a cappuccino. But I have those so very rarely. But yeah. I'm lactose intolerant anyway, so I generally don't like having milk in my drinks. But thankfully, the Dunkin' Donuts, where I get my macchiatos, whenever I'm craving a macchiato, they use almond milk for me. So you know, they're the real ones. I don't even stir my black coffee. Oh, same, but it got stuck to me. Yeah. Like, but yeah, don't piss off your food servers. They will 100% spit in your food because they don't give a fuck. Like if you're going to the food service industry, it's great. It's an active kind of job that keeps you moving. But you're gonna deal with a lot of shit, and you're gonna not care. You're gonna meet some of the most grizzled individuals in the back of the kitchens, and they're gonna be like, you'd be like, oh, this and this, and then we're like, I don't give a fuck. What? They said something about my food? Give it over here. What's wrong with it? Oh, the steak is not cooked the way I like it. And like I said, half the time they'll be nice and be like, okay, they'll cook it up a little more. Sometimes they'll even remake it if it's something you really can't eat, like if it has an allergen in it, and you know, the server forgot to tell you it's an allergen. Like, oh, okay, we can remake it. Other times, They're like, they'll just hold it for a minute, warm it back up in like a microwave or an oven or something, and send it right back out the same way, exact way it was. I've seen it happen dozens of times, and I think it's hilarious. Right? Unless you specify you have like a specific allergen, they're not gonna remake your food. They're just gonna warm it up. And if you really piss them off, they'll spit in it. Or drop it on the floor. And you'll never know. You would never know. And this is why you be nice to your food servers. This is why you be nice to your food servers. But, I will not confirm nor deny that I have done this myself, so. But, yes. And one of the reasons why I also don't work in the food industry anymore, because I'm just like, ugh. Well, that and, like, my ever-growing health problems making it hard for me to withstand 8 to 12 hours on my feet all day. I can no longer do it. With my back problems and my joint problems, I can no longer do it. I miss it terribly. But hopefully if I get this job at the bakery, it'll be a little less taxing on me. Like, yeah, I'll have to stand around all day, but it's a much smaller place. It's more like a small cafe where people come in, get their coffee, get some sweets, and kind of do their own thing. So, hopefully, I get this job. Plus, it's close by to where my friends live when I go to D&D, so even if I have to work weekends, I can easily just be like, I gotta go do this, and I can just walk down the block and be like, hey buddies, what's up? Or that sort of thing. It's very easy to get to. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm very excited. I'm very hopeful, It's something. I'm gonna try to make it so that way I can continue doing my regular stream schedule and have to work in the afternoons and stuff, because I like streaming in the mornings. I like being able to be here for you guys early in the morning, so hopefully I can work it out so my schedule is more like the afternoon, evening. My afternoons and evenings, so that way I can spend more time with you guys. Yeah, plus I hate working in the mornings. I hate being like super productive early in the morning. I'm too tired for that. I am not a morning person. Like, I can wake up in the morning, but I'm like, ugh, I want more sleep, Cafe customers are way nicer. They usually are. They usually are. Especially if it's just coming in and out, like, they're usually a lot nicer. It's not that difficult. Like I said, it's not hard to be nice, but a lot of people make it their life mission to be the absolute worst of the worst kind of terror. And I just don't understand it. I don't. I'm just, like, I understand why people can be mean, but I just don't get why you would have to be mean. Like, if you're having a bad day, why take it out on the poor food server that's just trying to get your meal? Or the retail worker that's trying to help you find the right size pants. Like, that's unnecessary. Like, just because they're in the service industry doesn't mean they have to be treated like they're servants or slaves. Like, that's not the play, yo. That's not the play. We're all people at the end of the day just trying to make a living. Don't be an asshole. By the way, one time I met a deaf and mute cashier. Our first meeting was awkward. Oof. I wanna try learning American Sign Language. Because I've worked with people who were deaf and mute before, and it was a bit of a struggle bus. I always try to make it work by having a notepad on me at all times, just in case. But it can be very difficult and very awkward. So I'm gonna see if I can try to learn ASL on my spare time, when I have spare time, because I don't know. It's one of those things where I just want to be able to communicate more with people, make it easier for some people, especially if you are, you have that kind of handicap. I always try to accommodate, because, all people need a way of communicating, so, and if they can't speak, they use sign language, or, they write things out, or whatever the case may be. I always try to accommodate, because, at least to me, when it came to, like, the customer service, nobody is lesser than anybody, I worked in this, I'm gonna say, luxury body care shop. I'm not gonna say specific names. There was a customer who was deaf and only was able to communicate in sign language. Nobody wanted to help her, which was absolute dog shit. So I'm like, I see people avoiding this customer, and I asked one of my coworkers, I was like, why is no one helping her? I was like, does she do something wrong? Is she one of those customers that we're not supposed to help because they're scammy and terrible? And they're like, no, she's just like, she's not communicating with us. Like, like, is she deaf? And it's like, and they walked away, like, not giving a shit. And I was like, so I go up to her and I'm like, you know, I try to enunciate so she can read my lips just in case. I was like, how may I help you today? You know, I'm enunciating very carefully. I'm showing deliberately I'm talking to them, and they were deaf. And I'm like, oh, I know very little sign language. So I ended up getting a pad of paper from behind the register and a pen, and I was like, I just wrote down, you know, how may I help you today? And they were like, oh, thank goodness, I was looking for help this entire time, but no one seemed to understand me. I just want to find if you have this, any more of this particular lotion, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, okay. And my boss, she's looking at me. She's like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, this customer is deaf, and I'm just trying to help them out. I don't really know sign language, so I just want to help them out as best as I can. And, you know, I managed to make it a pleasant experience, and I'm looking at another, and I had a coworker who's like, you're just trying to make us look bad. I'm like, bro, this is a customer. Why on earth would you ignore a customer just because they're deaf? Like, that's ableist as fuck. And as someone who is, by all accounts, has disabilities, I would hate to be the person on the other end looking for help and no one's willing to help me because they couldn't understand me or they didn't want to, like, be anywhere near me. Like, that's fucked. So I was like, no, I helped out this customer. I had the time and the patience to do so. And, you know, I wasn't trying to make anyone look bad. I was just trying to be a nice person. Like, bro, again, it costs nothing to be nice. You know? But even though I still usually use my phone notepad to order drinks and snacks. Yeah, I can't have my, at that place I couldn't have my phone out, so I had to get like an actual pen and paper. But this customer was very happy and like thanked me and tipped me, and I was like, oh, well, thank you. That was very kind of you. Like, I know very few like sign language signs, like thank you, yes, no, hello, goodbye, how are you doing today? Like, I know a few, but I want to actually practice it up and get better at it. That doesn't make sense. How are you trying to make them look bad when you're just trying to help? Exactly. I guess some of them will butthurt because they're like, oh, we usually avoid certain customers. I'm like, why? They're customers. That's the whole point of the customer service. That's like a whole point of customer. If they make you uncomfortable, then that's a you problem, bro. Like, I have no problem working with like other individuals who have like special needs or have have special needs. And when I say special needs, I mean like people who are disabled, not just like people who are like special. You know what I mean? Like, or like handicapped, you know? I try to help everybody. Like, I have the patience to do so. I've worked with people who are autistic, like severely autistic. I've worked with people who are handicapped physically, like physically disabled. You know, it's not that big a deal. You just need to be a little bit more patient and kind of approach things a little differently, you know? Not everyone's gonna tell you outright what they want or are capable of doing so. Like, I remember this one lady when I was still working at that shop. Hi, AC. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? You're fairly on time. You know, I'm still alive. But I remember there was this one customer. There's a young autistic girl who came with her mom. Her mom tells me, oh, I need a little bit of help today. I was like, hey, I'll be happy to help you. She explains, my daughter is a nonverbal autistic. She wanted to come for her birthday today. I was like, oh my gosh, happy birthday. You know, I tried to talk to her. She looked very happy. You know, I was actually looking at her when I was talking to her. I wasn't just talking to her mom. You know, so I asked her, oh, what does the birthday girl want for today for her birthday? Is there anything you like? Anything you want to try? And she was she was laughing and smiling, and she was nonverbal, but she made like those noises like like those happy sounds. Like, and her mom was very appreciative. She was like, oh, what do you want today? And like, the girl was a little overwhelmed. So I got a pair of headphones, like, because we play a lot of loud music in that store that I used to work in. So I was like, I would have given her a pair of headphones, but we didn't have any. We have some people who come in and they wear headphones because it gets very loud. So I didn't have my headphones that day because I had over-the-ear ones. So I asked my manager, hey, can you turn down the music a little bit? And he's just like, why? I was like, oh, because we have someone who is... I had to say, we had an autistic customer and the music was making them panic. So my manager, this particular manager was really cool. He was like, yeah, I'll turn it down. He turns it down. So I go to them and they were like, you know, I say, hey, you know what? He said, what kind of thing what do you like? And, you know, I could tell she was having a hard time. I was like, you know what? Why don't you point to something and you try it out? So she starts pointing at things that she wants. I give her a little like scenting card so she can try the body sprays and the lotions and stuff like that. And she ends up picking like the one that she liked, which is like a really nice subtle peach one. And I asked, you know, which one do you want the most? And she's pointed like, she was like kind of like pointing at all three of them. So I was like, okay, well, there's a discount for all three of those today. There wasn't, but I gave her the discount anyway. So I was like, you know, it is what it is. It's her birthday, you know, why not? Her mom was super appreciative, like, oh my god, thank you. You know, I have a lot of people who struggle working with her because she was like, she's like nonverbal and she gets very panicky in like large crowds. I try to like isolate her away from like the larger parts of the store, kind of showing her just like the stuff in the smaller spaces of the store. Cause like I get that, I have autism, I get that. It's a struggle bus, you know. Sometimes you get overwhelmed by just like the enormity of like the stores or how many people are there, or even like just the sounds of the place, you know. Like there's too much chatter, there's too much noise, and it gets overwhelming. I get it. I get that way sometimes when I'm out, cause I'm just like, oh, like, you know. So, I'm just talking about like my customer service experience. Because I kind of went on a tangent about how it costs nothing to be nice to the people who work in customer service. You know, like don't be a Karen kind of deal. And but yeah, so her mother was very appreciative of me helping her out because I'm like, I get it. You know, I told her, you know, I'm on the spectrum myself. I get how it can be overwhelming, especially if you're like nonverbal and you know things like that. I get it, but it is. I mean, being kind is tiring, especially if you have like a long stressful day. But you know, don't take that. You know, like, but you know, it's like don't take that out. Don't take that out on the people who are just trying to help you get a meal or help you find an item, because you know it's not their fault that things don't work out. You know, it's not their fault that if your day is stressful and then they're unable to provide you the type of service you're expecting. You know, they're just trying to do their job just like any other person. How do you get diagnosed with autism? I got diagnosed late in life. I went to the doctor myself to check that out because I had suspicions for a very long time. But I went to doctors and specialists that kind of helped me kind of figure it out. It was a lot of psychiatry, a lot of therapy, I had to speak to a lot of different like specialists in that sort of way. So you gotta kind of do your research. I did my research and I spoke to my therapist about it. I go to therapy regularly because life is stressful. So, you know, I go to therapy and I was talking to my therapist about my suspicions. And she recommended me different doctors to talk to kind of test it. It's hard to test for autism unless it's like different parts of the spectrum, but a lot of psychiatry, a lot of like, so just again, a lot of doctors. It's just especially harder to diagnose autism as an adult. But yeah, so I was able to get diagnosed for that. Yeah, it's a process, but I'm glad I did. So now that I know, because I've always suspected, but I was never sure because I do have ADHD. I do have ADHD. I was diagnosed with that as a young child, but it never went any further than that. So I'm like, I gotta try the autism memes are getting too relatable. Right, the autism memes are getting too relatable. That's where I started. I was like, that sounds like me. It sounds exactly like me. That sounds exactly like me. And I'm like, that's what planted the seed, and and I went from there. I'm very curious. I try to be nice. It's tiring to be nice on track. Yeah, being nice does take an effort, but it really costs you nothing. Like, you know, even if you're not being like super sugary sweet, just be courteous, you know. You know, if you're having a frustrating day and you're in a position where someone who works in customer service is, you know, not able to provide you the service you need right away. Like, not them being rude or anything, but like, you know, it's just a frustrating day. You just simply say hi and bye and thank you and no thank you. You know, you don't have to go off on someone like a Karen and be like, like, why? That's unnecessary. You know what I mean? That's an unnecessary thing to do. You just if you're unhappy, just be like, oh, well, thank you for your time and walk away. That's it. You know, if you're gonna have a bad day, take it on something else. Don't take it on people who are just trying to do their job, you know? Got it. Right, so But yeah, so, you know, it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. It's just, like, don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick. Like, it may be exhausting to be nice, but just don't be an asshole, you know? Bad customer treating you bad? There's a solution. Flamethrower. Also known as a Flammenwerfer. Yeah. I mean, flamethrower solves all problems, don't they? Effective way to deal with problems. There are 4 modes to VTuber. 1, overthink everything way too much. 2, why are we here just to suffer? 3, I'm poor. What's the 4th one, Icy? Give it to me, give it to me. What's the 4th one? Give it to me. My day's so fine and boom, horny. Well, I'm 3 out of the 4. I never talk about the hornies. I never talk about the naughties because I'm not the type of person to be horny on main. I can be. I'm not. Being a VTuber, you're one of 2 things. You either say so, which is like wholesome and pure, or you're horny on main at all times. I'm neither of those things. I'm a happy medium. I'm not horny on main, but I'm not exactly a pure and sweet individual either. I am very much a foul-mouthed individual. That comes from working in the kitchens for a very long time. Just my vocabulary is littered with profanity. Guys, Kay is horny. She messages me. No, I do. Icy, how dare you? Lies and slander. Lies and slander. How dare? I totally do not. I keep my degeneracy to myself, like a proper lady. I keep my degeneracy to myself. Though I know very many it's totally a lie. That's defamation. That's so rude. How dare. Oh, how dare you. I am the degeneracy. See, you're the degenerate, not me. I guess you can call it a cat call. You guys, okay, that's it. I'm ending this stream now. You guys are bullying me. You guys are bullying me. I am a lady, damn it. I keep my degeneracy to myself. I don't share that shit. But okay, I see you're bullying me. Why you do this? Why you do this? You're lucky we're cool, or else I'd be very offended. Be like, bruh. Nah, I kid. It takes a lot to offend me. I don't get offended very easily. I don't take anything seriously. Life shouldn't be so serious. But yeah, well, thank you all guys. It's already been 2 hours, so I'm gonna hop off and take care of life stuff. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Welcome and thank you so much for the new individuals who are here. I hope you guys subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And, you know, I love to chat with my chat all the time. I love being able to interact with you guys. I hope to see the new individuals here a lot more often because I love hanging out with all of y'all. Even when I get bullied by my own chat. Don't bully me, I'll cry. I'm fine. It takes a lot to make me cry. Actually, no, it doesn't. I'm a big old crybaby. I was crying the other day when we hit 200. So, but yes, look forward to the karaoke stream. That'll be next week. Tomorrow will be the story time. We're gonna continue reading Black Pearls: A Fairy Strand, which is an anthology of rewritten fairy tales. So we're gonna finish that up tomorrow. Do I have horns? Clearly not. I have cat ears. I have tail. I have fangs, I have claws, but I do not have horns. Ow. But, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. And remember, hug your friends, tell someone you love them, and be a force for good in the world, because goodness knows the world needs more goodness. I love you guys so very much, and karaoke, yes. Every time we hit a 100 sub goal, I do an unarchived karaoke stream. So, if you miss it, you miss it, because they're unarchived, so you can only catch them live. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be next week. It'll be a celebration for 200 lovely Floofle family members, i.e. lovely subscribers, my Floofle family members. And yeah, you guys, I love you all so very much, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the not the Monday morning chat, that's today, for the story time, for the Tuesday story time. I love you guys, and take good care. Have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, morning, whatever time it may be, and I'll be seeing y'all. Mwah! Take care, you guys. Bye!